Hi guys, my name is Salta, and as you can probably tell, I'm from Kazakhstan and I actually recently moved here from the US. And today I wanted to share with you 10 things I like about living in Kazakhstan, and hopefully I can convince you to come visit. While there are many great things about living in Kazakhstan, I'm gonna focus on the ones that actually bring value to me personally. Well, first of all, it's people. Since I'm from here, I have a lot of friends and family here, and being able to see them whenever I want to go to major family events and having a great support system is actually amazing. And also I've made a lot of friends through high school, college, work, and being able to see them as well is also nourishing for me. I think in general Kazakh people like being in touch, going out, bringing friends over, and there's actually a lot of socialization here. Because of it, even though there might not be as many places to see, there's a lot of fun things to do. People like coming up with all sorts of events, seminars, celebrations, there's weddings, there's two types of weddings, and I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video because Kazakh weddings are worth an entire series of coverage. Which brings me to my next point is culture. Because we used to be nomads and because we were a post-Soviet country, Kazakh people have a communal mindset and everyone tries to take care of each other, tries to look after each other, and they always strive to be of help, and usually they're not even asking for anything in return. Another cultural trait about Kazakh people is that they're pretty upfront and honest about their attitude towards anyone, and if they smile at you, that honestly means they like you and they're gonna be open to a conversation with you, so you can pretty easily tell the difference when someone is your friend and when they're not. However, no matter what their attitude is or what they think about you, Kazakh people are ridiculously hospitable. So if you're their guest, they're gonna serve you the best meal they possibly can. This goes back to the days when Kazakh people used to be nomads and they had to travel through the steppe. There were no hotels, and so they had to stay at whatever house they stumbled upon. And usually the doors were open and travelers were offered food and a place to stay so that they can recharge and continue their journey. Next, I love movie theaters in Kazakhstan for two things. One is sweet popcorn. I have no idea why, but I've never seen sweet popcorn in America. And it's actually really good, so if you're ever here, try it. Next thing is really cheap ticket, and usually a movie ticket is about $5. So that's pretty affordable, and we can go to a movie theater almost every weekend, so that's really nice. The next reason I like about living in Kazakhstan is top-notch beauty industry. Beauty in general is more appreciated here, and therefore there's a lot of beauty salons that do great work for relatively cheap, and that applies to all different kinds of services like hair, nails, anything you can think of is really great, and you can find it easily anywhere in the city. But I have a separate video on that, so I'm gonna include that in the cards up there, so please check it out. Next one is food, and it's actually really amazing here. I love local cuisine, especially with horse meat, and to my surprise, it's actually pretty affordable, and there's a lot more organic options because a lot of local farmers are around the country. Also, my personal favorite food item, which is really signature to all post-Soviet countries and Kazakhstan, is actually cracking and eating sunflower seeds. How weird is that? But it's like a whole culture of cracking and eating those sunflower seeds. Usually that happens over watching Netflix or any kind of movie. It's kind of like popcorn. It's funny how actually McDonald's, that you would think about as fast food, is actually a treat for Kazakh people, or at least it used to be. Like back in the days, we would go there to celebrate our birthdays. It would be like a place to go out, and we would do like a whole feast there. But it's considered a treat because a lot of people actually eat home-cooked meal. They go to that kind of places like once a week maybe, or even less. Another thing that I like about Kazakhstan is actually that it's easy, cheap, and safe to navigate in the city. Getting around with a cab is not going to be more than $5, which is insane to me because buses in America used to be about $2, and if you take a cab in America, it might be at least $20 or up. There is an option for you to take a cab through official apps and popular apps like Uber. There's also Yandex, but you can also do unofficial taxi. All you need to do for this is to walk to the side of the road, put your hand out, and within a few seconds a car will stop, and all you have to tell them is where you're going and what's the price that you're willing to pay. They might agree, which they mostly do, and they might not. It might sound sketchy to get in someone else's car, but it's actually pretty common in Kazakhstan and it's relatively safe. And in general, it's pretty safe in Kazakhstan. Like if you walk around, no one's gonna be like looking at you, staring at you, or in general, it's pretty easy and safe, as long as you follow common sense safety rules. Last but not least, something that I really love about Kazakhstan is how people emphasize here education so much that, for example, families would sell their last bits of property, anything they can, to educate their kids because they hope for a better future for them. They hope they're gonna find jobs, and it's just amazing to me. I think it's partly due to Soviet system, but also it's in our culture that we are always emphasizing learning, education, like doing better than we used to do in previous generations. So any new generation wants to be more successful, more productive, and do more in general. Also, what I like about Soviet legacy is that we all speak naturally 2 languages right away. So we speak Kazakh, we speak Russian, and then I learned English. So I didn't need to do that much work to learn 3 languages right away, you know. I already know 3 languages, and there's a lot of people like me in Kazakhstan who speak 3 languages, and it's pretty natural for us. So these are all the things I wanted to mention in this video. I hope you learned something new about Kazakhstan and you will come visit. And yeah, if you have any questions or if you want me to film something else about Kazakhstan, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!